But it was a night of intense action, both between India and Pakistan. Away from the disinformation campaign, which has been on full display on both sides, the focus now is on what happens next. Well, there is an IMF meeting which is to take place. Pakistan is ostensibly making a plea before the international community that it should be given a bailout. Can it be given a bailout? Should it be given a bailout? And what happens to this entire financial ask that Pakistan really has? With me, one of the foremost economists, ranging from agriculture to defense to strategy, Vijay Sardana, who's been on many of our programs, is here with us. Great to have you with us, Vijay, bhai, today.
Namaskar.
So, Vijay, let me first begin by asking you, sir, everything that has happened in these last 2 days, do you think Pakistan has any case to be given any kind of a bailout whatsoever by the International Monetary Fund?
We have to understand these from different angles. One is from the political angle, another is from strategic angle, and third from economic angle. If you're looking into why Pakistan was approaching IMF to start with, because financial condition or economic condition of Pakistan is extremely bad. You can say virtually the economy is in ICU. Total debt burden on Pakistan is about $130 plus billion. The international trade, if you look into the total foreign exchange reserves, Pakistan is about 10 billion, 10 to $15 billion. They are claimed on that. Now there are two catches here. One, whether the $130 billion amount which Pakistan is claiming external debt, is this amount right? Because what is actually given by China to Pakistan is unknown to everyone. My concern is that today Pakistan is claiming $150 billion, $130 billion. It is not less than $150 billion because all the CPEC investment which is coming from China is coming as a loan because Pakistan does not have money to pay. And today the investment is already crossed $60 billion. So, but on books it says $30 billion is a Chinese loan. So there is a big catch there. Remaining amount is coming either from, it was from earlier about $5 to $6 billion from Saudi Arabia, $2 to $3 billion from UAE, then some of the other friends, and another big amount was coming from World Bank and IMF.
So here's my point, sir. All the numbers, all the data points, Vijay, that you're giving us, is there a case now for these global powers, given the fact that India has produced evidence as it has done in the past, but the fact that India this time has taken the military route, has told the world community that it is going to raise its threshold. It's not going to tolerate, let's say, terror instances which were being engaged in by the Pakistani authorities. With this backdrop, is there a case for all these countries which have been giving these soft loans that you're saying to Pakistan to actually reconsider their positions? And can India influence that?
See, as countries, they are not very inclined because once the money goes to Pakistan, they all are very aware in the process that money will not come back because economic activities are not reviving in Pakistan. Second, Pakistan is trying to do reforms, means they will increase the taxation to collect money and pay back. If they do it, already inflation is extremely high. Currency devaluation is extremely poor. Today, one Pakistani rupee is around 30 paisa of India. So situation is extremely bad. Now, considering this, now that is what I'm saying. This time it is very tricky for IMF. If you go by economic logic, it makes no sense that they should give money to Pakistan. But on the other side, if they don't give money and Pakistan collapses, what will happen then? And government of India's argument is also logical that whatever money you will give, it will go to only back to army and they will buy arms and they will fire at India. So this money is actually, you are funding the war, you are not funding the peace. So this is what one has to understand. On the other side, the global community is brainstorming that if you don't give money and Pakistan disintegrates or lawlessness increases, what will happen to Pakistan as a destabilized nation? Will it be good for the world? You have nukes, you have other armaments. One side you have a hostile neighbor like Afghanistan, then you don't have domestic, then you are having a fight with India, and then only lifeline is coming from China, which is totally opaque, so nobody knows what is happening in Pakistan. Now, in this situation, if you destabilize Pakistan and Pakistan collapses, will it help India or will it help the world? This is today the bigger question.
I agree
And
with you. I agree. I completely agree with you, Vijayji, that there is a challenge before the world that should it allow Pakistan to disintegrate. My counter question is, sir, what should be the position which India should take here? India has expressed its intention. If Pakistan does not reduce, if it doesn't eliminate its support to terror, then this is what India is going to do. We gave an example when the Pulwama strikes happened. Now we're given the second example when the Pahalgam strikes happened. What does India do in a scenario like this, sir?
my assessment will be that what India should do or what IMF and world community should do, that money should not go for the wrong application like for buying arms or funding the terrorism. What
Can you
IMF
ensure that once you've given money to a country, once you've given money, it's on the country's books? Is there a mechanism which exists anywhere in the world? Are there precedents where you can ensure that the money which is being, let's say, extended to a country for building infrastructure is only going in building infrastructure? Can you ensure that?
that can be done? See, instead of giving cash, you can give support in kind. For example, if Pakistan is looking for crude or petroleum products to run the economy, now instead of giving money to buy fuel, you extend a credit line to the countries, those who are giving fuel to the Pakistan or petroleum to the Pakistan. So Pakistan can buy the crude and money can directly grow from IMF to that particular country in Pakistan's account. So money is not handled, hence it is not misplaced. Because what you need is a finance management in Pakistan. Similarly, if Pakistan is looking for infrastructure building, there will be global tender because of IMF and World Bank ensures there is a global tender. So whatever tender is approved by the technical teams, which can be jointly by World Bank, IMF, and Pakistan, whatever is tendered is approved. Instead of giving money to Pakistan, then money can go to the contractor. Similarly, wherever extension of help is required for essential services, that can be channelized through IMF, World Bank, and there are large number of international agencies who those who can do this. So this is what I feel can be a possible option, and government of India should focus on that instead of saying no, because if you say no, it will be a dilemma to question. But if there is a actual need of it, like food supplies or petroleum supplies, whatever is required, all data is there. How much they were importing, suppose in a peace time, suppose Pakistan was importing 1 million barrel a day, take example. Now suddenly say we need 3 billion a day. It means 3 million barrel a day. It means that is going for defense application. So you can restrict it to the peacetime level. That data is available. Instead of giving cash, you can negotiate in the form of a kind. So Pakistan will get a lifeline like a fuel, food, or whatever they want. And whatever their domestic resources are, that is what will be ultimately forced to divert for defense. But end of the day, today Pakistan budget is also in serious crisis. The more than 50% of Pakistan's budget goes into interest or debt servicing. It is about $30 billion plus. Then we are talking about remaining major expenditure is in defense. Now it will escalate multiple times because of this war situation. Then remaining money goes into running a government and giving subsidies. So development fund which is available with the Pakistan government is hardly 5 to 10% of the budget. Right. Now with this defense expenditure, that money is also gone. So now situation is that how Pakistan is going to sustain itself financially and economically is a big question mark in everybody's mind.
Okay. Vijay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us all that very interesting data, which gives a different perspective on what should India be doing to squeeze out Pakistan in this frontier. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.